The Hashmal of Ezekiel's vision. If you did not see the video of the forklift, the previous video, please go watch it first. What I am about to explain here is entirely my understanding of what the Hashmal in Ezekiel's vision of the divine chariot really is. You may find it contradicting to the prevalent systems of Kabbalah, but I am humbly presented as my own non-authoritative understanding, and I am my own advocate on this matter. The text of Ezekiel describes the Hashmal as follows. And I looked, and behold, a stormy wind came out of the north, a great cloud with a fire flashing up, so that a brightness was round about it, and out of the midst thereof, as the color of the electrum or hashmal, out of the midst of the fire. The word hashmal, despite being referred to as a color, which is electrum, which is a mixture of silver and golden colors, or a mixture of left and right, power and mercy, hesed and gevura. This is what Hashmal or electrum really is. It's a metal alloy of silver and gold. The word is usually split into two parts, mystically split into two parts. The first part is hash, Hetshin, meaning silence, and the second part is mal, mem lamed, meaning voice or speaking. The word basically means silent speaking or silent voice. This means that Ezekiel was having a synesthesia or experiencing sound as a color or vice versa, experiencing color as a kind of sound. The term silent speaking is a kind of paradox. A lot of sages have tried to figure out what the Hashmal may be and how could the speaking be silent. Here I offer a biblical answer to that question. There is only one place in the entire Bible where we can understand what is a speaking silence or silent voice. It's Psalm 19. It says, for the leader or for the chief musician, a psalm of David. The heavens declares the glory of God, and the firmament shows his handiwork. Day unto day utters speech, and night unto night reveals knowledge. There is no speech, there are no words, neither is their voice heard. Their line or their stretching line of justice is gone out through all the earth, and their words to the end of the world. In them has he set a tent for the sun, which is as a bridegroom coming out of his chamber, and rejoices as a strong man to run his course. His going forth is from the end of the heaven, and his circuit unto the ends of it, and there is nothing hid from the heat thereof. The speaking silence, according to this psalm, is the motion of the heavenly bodies, the speaking ones, the seven classical old planets, in relation to the fixed constellations or the silent ones, the non-moving ones. The 12 constellations are silent in the sense that their influences are latent unless they are activated by the tabernacle planet or by planets, the seven classical planets, making a tent for themselves in a certain constellation. So the Hashmal is in fact the influence of what we call a horoscope. To get a more clear picture, let's transpose this on a kosher tree of life. The usual magical tree of life found in orders like Golden Dawn and Thelema and several others is very different of what Sefer Yetzirah is actually saying. Sefer Yetzirah puts it that way. Malchut is the moon. Yesod is Mercury. Hod is Venus. Netzach is sun. And actually, the Psalm 19, if you read it in Hebrew, the superscription is La Minetzach, or for the one who is from Netzach, and the Psalm uh, talks about the sun specifically. So Netzach is in a kosher tree of life, really is the sun. Gevura is Mars, Hesed is Jupiter, and shockingly enough, Teferet, or the balancing principle, or the balancing planet of our construct, is Saturn. Above this, you find Da'at. Da'at was originally Teferet before the fall. When Adam fall, his Da'at fell to his Teferet, or where Teferet is found now. This means that instead of comprehending a certain matter on a mental, purely mental basis, the human now just have a just has a gut feeling about something. Uh, this is what means, or what it means to say that the Da'at of Adam fell into his Teferet, or or the Da'at of Adam fell between his shoulders. Uh, Above that level, we find Bina. Bina corresponds to the 12 zodiacal constellations with their pertaining side constellations, or what we call deacons. Uh, in a magical tree of life, you will find that every part of this is just transport one level up. Malchut represents earth, and Yesod is the moon, and you can continue from there. Then you will get the zodiac on the Hukma part, while Saturn is on Bina part. But this is not right. If you see the or you saw the previous video, you will know that Earth is in Klebanuga, and Klebanuga has no place on the tree of life. In other words, the seven classical planets are the male speaking part, represented on the tree of life by the seven double letters, which are Beit Gimel Dalet, Kaf Fe Resh Tav, or Tau, which form the word Begad Kaforet, or garment of redemption. Or more mystically, you can just timber with the words a little, and you will find it saying Begad Baroket, or Begad Faroket, the garment of the Baroket, or the veil of the temple. Begad means garment, and Baroket is the veil. And we already explained in the previous video that the Baroket is a four clipotic phenomena in the beginning of the vision. So the four clipotic phenomena are the Baroket of the Egos, or the Merkava. Around this Baroket there is another garment. This is called the Hashmal. So the Hashmal is without, not within. In the same manner, the 12 constellations of the zodiac wheel, or the hash part, or the silent part, represented on the tree by the 12 symbol letters, pertains not just to the diagonal parts of the tree, but also to the level of Bina, the eighth, or the Het Sephira, if you are counting from Malchut, and also the beginning of the left side of the tree from our perspective, which is the Shem part. Remember the Syriac mnemonic that Aleph separates Mem, which is the side of Hukmah, from Shin, which is the side of Bina. The experience of Hashmal tells us that after Ezekiel entered the holy in Solomon's temple, or he passed the four cliffot, he's now going through the great veil of the temple, the big one, into the holy with the tabernacle of Moses. As we said, the tabernacle was actually in the holy of holies of the temple, and in the tabernacle the original seven branched menorah, or the mal is found, and through the veil of this tabernacle, or the hash part of the tabernacle, the second small veil, uh, he went through behind it, and then and only then he starts to behold the Merkava, or the Ark of the Covenant. The whole process of going through the Cliffot and the Hashmal to the Merkava is the classical ascension process we go through when we astral project or when we die. We lose every planetary part we have, starting from our elementary body, or our flesh and blood, through the seven classical planets, our Begat Baroket or Begat Kuforet. Then we lose the zodiacal parts of our soul, and only then we behold the Merkava. This is the opposite process of how we enter this world. Our soul goes from the spiritual realms through a certain uh, zodiacal sign, then through the seven classical planets, and then into the flesh and blood body. This process pertains to the consciousness levels of body, nefesh or soul, and ruach or spirit. So, in conclusion, after going through this video and the previous one, we now understand that Ezekiel was making an ascension. Through meditating on the three elemental letters, or Aleph Mem Shin, which pertains to the three clifot of fire, water, and air, then upon blending them in his mind's eye, the fourth Klefa or Noga, or earth, is formed. Then he goes to meditate on the seven double letters, the classical process Sefer Yetzirah describes. The seven letters are Begad Baroket or Begad Kaforet. Then the 12 symbol letters, the next meditation, the 12 symbol letters of the zodiac, which are He, Vav, Zain, Het, Tet, Yod, Lamed, Nun, Samek, Ain, Sadi, and Quf. This, those 19 comprise the Hashmal part of the meditation. I mean the 12 simple letters and the seven doubles. And then, after meditating upon the 22 letters, he have just came out of our construct universe to the next spiritual realms of Asiya, Yatsira, Beria, and Atzilut, represented in the vision by the four cherubim, and finally to the world of Adam Kadmon, or the man on the throne. A shocking final conclusion of this video would be, or this video and the previous one would be, that we do not live in the universe of Asiya, or even the level of Malchut. We live in the neutral zone in between the worlds. Earth lies within the Klifanoga, which is a mixture of good and evil with a tendency to good, while our space objects, the moon and the planets and the constellations, lies within the Hashmal part we find in the vision, which is a mixture of strength and mercy forces. You see, Noga is a mixture of good and evil influences, but Hashmal is a higher form of influence, or of the divine power, which is a mixture of strength or gevura with mercy or hesed. Uh, and this mixture of Hashmal tends toward mercy. Uh, Go meditate on what I said. Try and meditate on the three elemental letters, the seven double letters, and the 12 simple letters. And if anyone has done it before, please let me know in the comments of what you get in your meditation. And finally, see you in the next video. I'm glad I'm back, and with your prayers and support, I will continue to upload more videos. See you.